They say plant your dreams in this concrete jungle and watch them grow. I know not much of planting seeds, but I do know that not all trees will grow here, and not all seeds will sprout, and not all roots are strong enough to put crack in concrete to make it out. They say New York City is a harbor, so cast your dreams upon the shore, then watch them be devoured by those who'll tell you to dream more. But this city isn't for sleeping, so dream with eyes wide open. You can make it anywhere if you can make it here, no matter how bruised, beaten, and broken. They say New York City isn't for the hopeless, because we're all dreamers, dreaming of something.
Anybody that doesn't have a dream, I don't know how you get up in the morning, what drives you. You have to strive for something. So I believe that everybody has a dream of making something of themselves. So here we are at Bed-Stuy, now known as the Sumner Houses. Now, between you and I, we know these are the projects. There's nothing about a house here. But this is basically where I grew up. I want to say maybe 30 years ago, I want to say 30, almost 30 years ago, yeah. Behind me, there's this little ground right there. We used to play, back in the day, some innocent times, we used to play wiffle ball. It didn't take much of us to have a good time. I think it was like 3 or 4 of us. Before you know it, we set up 2 sides and we would have a ball game. We'd play 9 innings. But I remember the trees well, let me tell you. I think each tree was a base. Don't tell me how I did it, but we did it. But some good memories come from hanging out right here in the back here. If those trees can talk, but some good memories here at Bed-Stuy. As a little kid, I'll be honest with you, all I know is that I had room and board, I had shelter. You know, my family raised me right. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know New York City Housing Authority. I didn't know what that signified. All I know is that I had a place to stay. I had food in my belly and I was good to go. And as long as my family was doing right by me, and they did, Bed-Stuy I'll always have a fond memory of being born and raised right here in these projects and in these streets. My name is Mauricio Zapata. I would want to say that I'm a filmmaker. Well, I am a filmmaker. I'm currently working and writing short films, hopefully getting into that feature film, which is really what I want to get into. That's one of my goals. I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm not part of a big production company. I'm not part of the studios or whatever. But if I can still find a niche where I can create something and write something and work on something that's that I can share with the rest of the world, then already I've succeeded. So for me, every project is a success once an audience gets to see it. In regards to trying to make it in New York City, it's always been a struggle. And everything goes up, but the salary stays the same. The average salary, anybody's gonna be making between 38 to maybe $51,000 or $52,000, somewhere in between there. That's probably where you're gonna fall. You see all these buildings, who are they building those buildings for? Who's living in those buildings? That becomes a struggle. You try to get an apartment. If you're lucky, you find something where you're paying $1,500, $1,600, $1,800. But then again, with the salaries that I just mentioned, half of your income is gonna go into your rent. So realistically, what are we talking about? There was a time maybe in the 80s where I could have my own apartment and I still had money to socialize. I still had money to to buy food. Now, you have to decide, okay, wait a minute. Do I do this? I have to, okay, I'm going to cut that so that I can get this. I won't be able to do that so that I can do this. It's that constant, I need to cut something off, in order to get toilet paper, in order to get cereal, in order to get, the eggs, and then the basics, the sometimes even the bare minimum, water, So yeah, it gets a little weird. Some of us work only for the rent. That's not a good place to be. Money could be a dream killer. I think the cities can break you simply by, economically. I think it's already doing a good job of that. So, some people have it and some people don't. So, yeah, you could easily get broken down if we just think about money. That alone that can break you down. The thing that got me interested in film was even as a child watching movies. I mean, I remember seeing the impact that films had. Whether they could make you laugh, they could make you cry, they could make you feel certain things. So that's what got me interested. Whether that film was Rocky, Jaws, even something like Godspell. That's what got those films got me interested in. Maybe I can do that. I would like to do that. So yeah, that was already instilled in my head that I wanted to try this. Obviously, when I was in City College, I mean, it was very difficult because, you know, I couldn't afford film per se. But now, digital cameras, it's become more economical to be able to do a film. So now it's a good time to pursue that one thing that I almost left behind, and that's what I'm working towards right now. So I thank God that now I have the opportunity to do that. Almost like that forgotten thing that I wanted to achieve and attain that I never gave it my all. I could definitely give it my all now. Dreams, they're like one big ride, man. It has its ups, it has its downs, but as long as you stay motivated and true to yourself, don't let anybody talk you out of it. Keep pursuing, keep striving, and don't let anybody tell you different. Find your inner peace, put God first place, and stay true to yourself, and you'll achieve it.